go through some analysis very quickly. Just break stuff down. Let's start off with a horizontal ray. What we want to do is mark up some areas. So this is now flipped to resistance. As you can see, the price has come up. It's rejected it off. Okay. We'll do the same thing again. I think from here. So these are weekly levels that I'm marking currently. As you can see, I've got the three charts: weekly, daily, and the 15-minute. Okay. Let's have a look. So, and then probably one more there. Okay, so we've just bounced off resistance here on the weekly. Okay, three very key levels that we need, and then just for one more, I'm going to mark the weekly trend, downtrend. Okay, now let's bring that down. I don't know whether to go from the wick there or from the candle. So I'm probably gonna go from the candle, to be honest. It cuts through a bit on the wick, but that's fine. And I'll start on the wick. Okay, that's the weekly levels. Okay, as you can see, it's reflected across all three charts. That's good because it gives me a very good oversight on the daily. Okay, what I want to do now is just check the daily. I can see that it's perfectly correlated. Okay, I don't really think there's much more I can add on the daily right now, which is actually a good thing. But what I can do is I want to add the daily high range. Okay, here I'm going to mark it as average for now. Okay, same for here. Let's mark the daily range low. I'm not including the wick down here. I believe that was just like a order book play. Okay. What I'll do, I'll bring that across for the second candle. There. Okay. So that gives us our chop range, which, as you can see on the 15-minute, is actually playing out quite well. Except we're kind of in this range here. What we can see here is we're bouncing off weekly resistance, going for a short, but we're still holding on the daily range low. Okay, so this is the range we're playing. So what's that? 69. Okay, so forth. Okay, we're kind of looking for an entry. We've missed entry really. I do have. Trying to delete it here. There we go. Okay. Now if we're looking for sort of levels to play, I'm going to bring this across down to the daily range low. Okay, this is a downtrend. Currently we've broken up through it. That doesn't mean to say that we won't retest it, so we've retested it there. And I'm going to add a horizontal ray for 15-minute support resistance, which it currently looks like we're at now. If I just drop that there, okay, and then obviously I want to change this now to resistance. There we go. Okay, so this is the 15-minute resistance, smack in the middle. I don't want to. Let's turn the sync off on the local. Okay, keep the sync off on the higher time frames. Keep it on. Turn it off on the lower time frames. Okay. So there we have it. Currently we're going off the resistance here. So if we flip on the resistance, I've already got a short open, by the way. Let's have a look. So we'd probably be following this down to range low, and let's just bump this up to just above local support and resistance there. Let's have a look. probably just bring that down a little bit further, make it a bit tighter for a 7R trade. Okay, and that's how we very easily quickly identify a setup there.